The first light of 7 May 2025 did not rise. It roared. It tore through the veil of illusion that India had so meticulously woven, scattering its myths of supremacy like ash in a gale. For years, Indian Air Force had paraded its might in airshows and propaganda, its leadership basking in political adulation. Yet when the hour of reckoning arrived, the difference between pomp and power was laid bare in the skies. Under the command of Air Chief Marshal Zaheer Ahmed Sidhu, Pakistan Air Force transformed into a living organism, aware, adaptive, and unyielding. The battlefield was no longer confined to airspace alone. It sprawled across cyber grids, orbital spectrums in space, and electromagnetic corridors. This was not a contest of aircraft. It was the dawning of multi-domain operations, executed with such seamless precision under the PAF Air Chief that it seemed less a battle and more an orchestration of inevitability. The PAF kill chain, a masterpiece of coordination, linked satellites, sensors, drones, and fighter jets into one cohesive strike web. Intelligence flowed like lightning. Command nodes pulsed with synchronization, and when the order came, the sky erupted in silent precision. Within minutes, India's air defenses blinked out, its radars blinded, its comms severed, its pilots grounded before they could even reach their cockpits. From the cold north to the burning south, PAF machinery of war moved with surgical rhythm. JF-17 Thunders and J-10C fighters streaked across the horizon, their payloads finding targets with ruthless accuracy. Electronic warfare pods jammed Indian communications, AI-assisted drones mapped out vulnerabilities, and cyber units infiltrated command centers, choking decision loops before they even formed. India's much-vaunted S-400 symbols of regional dominance were reduced to charred monuments of misplaced confidence. And through it all stood Air Chief Marshal Zaheer Ahmed Sidhu steady, unflinching and utterly in command. His leadership was not loud, it was luminous. While Indian generals clamored for political favor and television applause, Air Chief Marshal Sidhu remained anchored in realism, his doctrine rooted in precision, patience, and professional mastery. His calm decisiveness turned complexity into clarity. His foresight converted chaos into choreography. By the third day of operations, Indian Air Force had been reduced to a dwarf force, paralyzed, disoriented, and confined to the ground. Indian media continued its theater of denial, but the silence of its skies told the real story. The world's intelligence community watched in awe as PAF operations unfolded like a textbook of 21st century air warfare, swift, flawless, and irrefutable. May 2025 became more than a military milestone. It became a revelation. The battle that was meant to glorify Indian power instead immortalized Pakistani resolve. Air Chief Marshal Zaheer Ahmed Sidhu emerged as the embodiment of modern air warfare, his mastery of the kill chain turning intellect, innovation, and integrity into instruments of dominance. From Western command centers to strategic hubs in Beijing and Middle East, the world's military leaders turned their eyes toward Pakistan Air Force. Invitations flooded in, requests to learn from the air chief, whose vision had humbled a gigantic foe. Across continents, commanders sought the man who had fused technology with strategy, transforming doctrine into decisive, history-shaping action. The world clearly understood the future belongs not to those who shout the loudest, but to those who think, act, and strike as one.